Ta-da! Hi, everybody. Lisa Fry of My Mystical Life. How are you doing? How's everybody doing? It's my that's me notifying me that I'm live. So I'm doing. So it is Sunday evening. And Mr. Fry just left back for Chicago. So I figured it's a beautiful day outside, though it's 78 degrees, but I only have a half an hour or so left of light time. So I thought I better come in and do some live instead of working on chicken coops because, wow, that sounds like a lot of fun, doesn't it? Let's go work on the chicken coop. So here I am. Here I am. Just excited to be here. Anywho, so what did we do today? What did you guys do today? I hope we did something fun. It's like the first day that's not been such an absolute furnace out here. Sean G, hello, welcome. It's been so hot here. We haven't had a lot of stuff to do outside just because it's been in the hundreds and bleh, who wants that? Not me. All right. Hey, don't do that. Crazy cat. Anyhow. So what are we going to do? We're going to do some past life readings this evening. If you've never had a past life reading before, that is the Akashic record, stepping into your Akashic halls, bringing out information that is pertinent to you right now. Now, why do we do past life readings? I get this every once in a while. Someone says, why would we want to do that? We already know where we've been, blah, 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 blah. But the thing is, when we're doing past life readings, it is all about what we need to know in the moment, because in the moment is when the how did I drop followers? Like that. Facebook. Teresa, welcome. I'm sharing out is what I'm doing, you guys. So Facebook has changed the algorithms so that they've made it incredible. I don't know why they would do this, but they made it incredibly difficult for us to go live in our groups. Unless you go live directly in your group. Who does that? That's insane. It's not insane, but who does that? Honestly, nobody that I know of. We all share to them, but I guess not right now. So here we are, and I'm just sharing out a little bit. Okay, so everybody, I am here this evening rather than being outside and putting up chicken coop. Don't get me wrong, the chicken coop is important. We have chickens running amok all over the yard. Now, hey, everybody. So it's a lot of fun when you go buy the baby chickens, right? The baby chickens are adorable. By the way, we have a baby peacock. A baby peacock hatched yesterday. But only one. So we're not sure if there's any more. But anyways, so when you're buying the baby chicks, you're like, oh, they're so cute. Let's get 10. And the next time you go in, they're like, oh, they're so cute. Let's get 10 more. And they're like baby dinosaurs running all over the place. They're so cute. And now we have adult dinosaurs running all over the yard. And they're beautiful because we did get some beautiful varieties. But now I'm like, who needs chickens? Anybody need chickens? Anyhow, here we go. Moving on. Let's see what kind of card we have this evening. If everybody could share to a group, that'd be fabulous. Fabulous. So what we're going to do... I know, really excited about the peacock. We're really, really excited about the peacock. You want chickens so bad. You're in town. You're allowed to have like 5 chickens, aren't you? Isn't it like 5 chickens? So what we're going to talk about tonight is reflection on things that we discussed this evening. I would like to say that we are all reflecting on things that we have happened throughout the course of the day and thinking of them as lessons, right? We should be thinking about these things that we go through daily as lessons. How is this helping me? How is this helping me grow? All those things. But we think about them we just kind of think about our day in a good or bad way, don't we? There's no good or bad. It's what did I learn? So be reflecting upon your days and try to find the lessons in them. It's important. It's important. The same thing goes with past lives. And when I'm giving past life readings, people go, holy crap, especially if I'm doing like an Akashic Soul Awakening, if I'm doing something that does soul retrieval for up to 7 past lives, and oh, that's the apartment part, the rental part that makes it crazy. Gotcha. And when I'm bringing back these fragments, because when I'm doing that type of big, good evening, Angela, when I'm doing that type of big healing process, you actually get to meet your past life, which is really cool, right? It's really cool. I bring them over and you get to chat and then fold them into your soul. And what that is a reintegration of fragments, right? But there is no such thing as a good or a bad past life. Just the same as we have a good or a bad day. There isn't a good or bad. It's just what are we willing to take to it from it as a lesson rather than an ass spanking, right? You ever have that day you just feel like you've been spanked? Not in a good way. Like that. They're so sorry. Yep. Nancy, how are you? Shoot. So I'm done. So don't look at your day as a good day or bad day. Look at it as how am I learning? How am I learning? All right, moving on. Some days. Did you guys have something spectacular happen today? I'm monologuing until we have more people. Can you tell? It's okay, because let's share about what we have going on. What do you guys have going on that's spectacular? Let's do that. What do you have going on that is just spectacular? Hi, Bianca. Beth Fry, how are you? Beth Fry. Hi, everybody. Plants? You were plants? Were you planting or were you working with roses, Meredith? I almost bought lemongrass. So the Bowling Green Home Depot has lemongrass. And I was like, working on a numerology book to debut on the cruise. Angela, it must be in the air. That's awesome. I love it. Nothing. I bet there's something, Teresa. Gotta be something. We have to reflect on that, don't we? Okay. Moving on. Can we get a whoop whoop in the room? We are doing past life. Wait, my mom's here? I didn't see my mom. My mom here? Bigger pots. Oh, you're replanting. Replanting some veggies. Yeah. Tammy Hill. Haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Jesse, good evening. There the numbers go. Okay. Nothing can be spectacular. Absolutely. Adam, you're totally right. If nothing, that can be spectacular as well. You might have, Nancy. I don't get to see everything all over here now because Facebook has changed all their algorithms and I am working behind, basically. It's really ridiculous. So here we go. I was kind of impressed. My mom, Mom, are you on here? Is my mom here? Mom? My mom so we were in Tampa and we did Tampa specifically. Robin Ball, hello. We did Tampa specifically because it was down in Florida where my mom is, right? And my sister. So we went to Tampa for the expo and my mom sat in on my chat, which was nice, my speech. So that was nice. Okay, here we go. Where's Courtney? I don't see Courtney. I see hi Courtney from Nancy Boyer, but I don't see a Courtney. Okay, moving on. Sam just left and he's probably like, how is she online already? Because if I went to the living room, this wasn't happening. I want to say a couple things. I'm not sure where we're at either. There's Courtney Robinson. So Friday night at the shop, we are doing Mediumship Gallery, and Jessie Teak is our third. She's our third for mediumship. So Mr. Fry will run the tech. We will be going live on. We will be doing live just like this for Mediumship Gallery, right? But if you want to be in on the actual gallery where you have the opportunity to get a reading, I have to find that. To be in on that, you need to go here. Products. Let me find it. Now, if you're a member of the My Mystical Life Psychic Development community, right, you get in free. And you will get that link. This is how you, if you're not a Psychic Development member and you want to attend it online and be in the room in a live Zoom with us where you have the possibility to get a reading, right? This is, you can be a viewer. We're gonna broadcast out too. But to be in the possibility of getting a reading, this is the link you have to follow. Yes, we do have the Brady Bunch readings coming up too. I have to get that. I absolutely forgot to set it up. I need to set that up. Let me write myself a note. I think I have something about it set up. Group readings. It's like balancing act here. It really is. I'm not going to go into all crap that I do. Okay, so you can follow that link. It'll take you can buy a ticket, and you can be in the Zoom room and speaking with us. Mr. Fry will be running the tech. So there will be 3 mediums working. He'll be running the tech, but he'll also be putting his input in there as well, as he does, and he always comes up with these pearls, and we're all like, why aren't you out here doing this? So that'll be a lot of fun, and I'm super excited. Jessie will then be reading in the store on Saturday, so that'll be a good time too. I'll put the link out for members. You guys will get that as an email. Adam, you'll get that as an email on Friday. Thank you, Nancy. Yeah, no, I'm juggling things. I told Sam, because our goal this year is 500 members. By the end of the year, I'd like to have 500 members in the membership. And my goal is when we hit 500 members, I will be hiring an assistant. Because I had an assistant for a while that was doing SEO for me, and she just she didn't understand how I worked. I need a deadline. I need a line in the sand. And when I come to you and I say, hey, when do you think your projected time for this, and because I need milestones, okay? And she's like, oh, this is really difficult. I can't do that. And I went, yeah, sorry. I just can't do that. I need lines. Okay, moving on. Here we go. If you want to be in the My Mystical Life membership and have a hell of a lot of fun like we did. So Cam Bennett won the giveaway which was the amethyst sphere. The amethyst scepter. Lord, so difficult. Words are so hard. And we're giving away a 12-inch tongue drum for this month, which we're really excited about. I know. It's just like, whew, I'm rough. I'm rough to work for. I am not going to tell you I'm not. Okay, moving on. Oh, here we go. All right, so I'm going to leave that. All right, so I know I said whoop whoop already. Let's scroll through here. This is how we figure out who we're going to read for you guys. So I don't have a list. What I do is I work with my guides, and they give me who I'm supposed to be reading for next. And I can tell you the person that I'm reading for next kind of makes me a little nervous to read for. Hey, Melissa Goins. It is going to be Angela Maynard. Angela, are you still here? Oh, Angela. There she is. Okay, Angela. So I want to talk about. Are you okay? I want to. Are you okay? What's wrong? You all right? Okay. I want to talk about. I keep hearing things. I'm also trying to calm the dog down. I don't know what his problem is. He's been really weird today. The cats have been really weird today too. But Buford's been really, really like super clingy, super needy over the last 2 days. So we're trying to. He goes for another shot tomorrow. I think that's kind of worn off a little bit. So okay, now you're just being needy. Now you're being pushy. Okay, Angela, I want to go. Now you can go lay down. Not. I touched him. It's a problem. Sorry. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Okay, before I got loud with him, he left. Okay. So Angela, the thing I hear is toning. I hear, and we're going into past lives, right? We're going into past lives. If everybody could share one time to a group, that'd be fabulous. I'd really, really appreciate it. And throw out some emojis. It kind of pops us up in the feed, and they've made it a little bit. Might be the UAP on your land. Energy is probably up. I don't know, but he is. Rachel Kalina, how are you, girl? He's a great talker. Yes, he is. So, Angela, I want to talk about. I hear people toning. I hear. And this is where I'm starting with it. You're not in a shareable group. It's all good. Yeah, our groups are private, aren't they? And I can't switch them out from private to public. And frankly, your guys' privacy is more important to me than having a huge group. It really is. He keeps doing that. He's making me nervous. He's prone to seizures. That's why he's making me nervous. Like big seizures. So Angela, I definitely hear this toning. I don't know exactly where you're at. I can say from the top from right now, I can tell that you're on the top of a mountain. There's a lot of wind. Definitely a male past life. And something, it's high altitude because I'm trying to take a deep breath and they're like, the drawing in a breath is an act of patience is basically what they're saying, because they're like, do it nice and slow or you're going to make yourself dizzy or something along those lines. So, go lay down. I'm trying to pick up more information. And I don't know why this is important, but they're going to show me shoes. Hey, Dana. They're showing me shoes. And they're almost like a cloth wrapped in leather. I don't know. They're like wrapped in cloth. They're like a thin layer of cloth. And then they're wide leather strapped around the foot, like laced around the foot. I have no idea why that's important. I don't know if it means anything to you. It's almost like if they had a way they did it and it protected their feet, and I'm not quite sure what they're talking about, but they're showing me the feet, and I don't know why. Maybe it'll make sense to you, but it's like this. The feet are wrapped in cloth, and then they're not sandals. The feet are then wrapped in like leather straps. And I feel like they do a lot of walking. I feel like that's why they have the leather on the bottom there, on the wrapped around their feet. I feel like they are walking up and down, and they can be on rocks, so they're walking through the mountains. Maybe Kelly Lavoie, Elizabeth Buffy, how are you? Gosh, this feels like I'm going to just say what I think it feels like. It feels very Tibetan monk up in the mountains. There's a lot of cool breeze. They keep going back to the this dog's going to drive me absolutely batshit crazy. Could you go lay down like a regular dog? I'm not touching you because I'm going to whine more. Empty nesting, I like that. So the other thing I want to say about this particular lifetime, and even into this lifetime for you, Angela, is there's a tone. There's a tone that aligns everything for you. And I don't know if you've discovered what this tone is in this lifetime, but it's a vibration that once you hit on that, you'll understand how you want the way you're going forward has to maintain that particular vibration. So I don't know if you do any toning, or I mean, I don't. I only do it when Brian and Heidi are there, and I absolutely love it. But it's this feeling that I have right deep in my chest here. Poor Buford. He laid down. It's a tone that when you hit it, it'll vibrate right here in your chest. I don't know anything about this other than this is what I'm passing on to you. And they talk about, that's funny. That's an interesting card that popped out. That's actually two interesting cards that popped out. These fell out of the deck while I was shuffling, while I was picking. And they're talking, it talks about rebirth being effortless for you. Like coming into a new life is very effortless, which talks also to you being a very old soul, which we already knew. I am assuming you know that because I know that about you, right? You just ring old soul. And I bet you thought you'd have an Egyptian past life here, right? They're like, but you've already dipped into those. They need you to see that you have these quiet, peaceful lifetimes that you kind of create balance with. I think you have some chaotic lifetimes in between those, and you're always trying to create this balance and find that flow. You found a drum with a deep tone that blew you away. I would suggest trying to find maybe some of the lower chakra, see what the tones are for the lower chakras, and see if any of those resonate with you, and actually start really vocalizing them, because they're talking about you having, it'll feel like the vibration that works for you. It'll feel like the vibration that works for you. You guys all missed a really awesome sale last night, by the way. Mr. Fry put singing bowls 40% off. I put drums 40% off. We were serious when we said nothing's safe. All of our statues went 40% off. It was a really good sale last night. So anybody that claimed stuff last night, kudos to you, man. Kudos to you. Okay. I don't know that I saw the drum and it made me think of that. But start maybe doing some toning. Yeah, Angela missed Frida. She went first, man. We're first. I sat her there and somebody asked me about her and she went gone just like that. Absolutely. I know. Yeah. So we sold some singing bowl. We sold one of the sets of singing bowls. We have another set still. And I have a couple drums left. Anyways. All right. So this is about, I know, right? But this is about, Angela, this is for you. This is about that particular vibration, that particular tone. You need to find it within yourself. You found it in the drum. Now find it within yourself, and it's going to bring some things and are going to fall into place in your life that you're just going to be like, damn, that was fast and quick and perfect. So I hope that's helpful. Buddhist. I like it. It's a good feel. Tibetan. That's it. It's a good feel. Okay, moving on. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? I have to go fix fences this week. Hey, sis. You have a lot of issues with the sacral chakra. It's time to tune that up. Start doing some toning with it. There we are. Look at everybody. There we are. Maybe tomorrow night I'll take you guys out in the pasture with me. You just like to walk around the pasture with me and the horses. I only see 3. That's a problem. I'm missing a blonde. I have a blonde that likes to get out. Okay. Thank you, Jansen. Are you leaving already, Isis? Okay. I'm going to go with Joe Megan B. Joe Megan B. Always makes it fun when you can't see their photo at all. All she has is a J in her little thingy, right? Like this. Where'd it go? Are you still here? And Petunia. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Petunia's out there. She's disgruntled. She's like, you know how hot it was last week? And she has eaten so much grass that she has a pit in the top of her back because she's a donkey. She just gains weight really quickly. And me too. And so I gotta pull her out of there and find her a dry lot so that she's not eating all of everything. Okay. All right. No, but I'm waiting for a pizza in the House of the Dragon. Oh, that sounds yay. Okay, so Joe Megan. Okay. Wow, you have a lot of them run across right away. So they give me quite a variety, and I'm like, because I usually go in and I'm like, what's the first sensation I pick up? I pick up running. I pick up a young girl. I pick up the smell of food, and I'm like, but let's settle on what works for her. Come on now. What is the most important in life to know something about right now? I don't understand that. I don't understand why this is popular, important. Okay. This is kind of a short life. So this is kind of a short life. This is a young boy. And I don't know how long this game has been out. I have really no idea, but it has something to do with, like, I'm thinking of time frame. He's wearing short pants. So he actually had money. He must have had money because he's wearing these pants that have little, they're tied just below the knee, and he has on hose underneath that. So from his knee down, he has on hose, and he has shiny black shoes on. Nope, shiny brown shoes on. They're leather. They're real leather. That's funny. This is funny because to point out it's real leather, they give me the smell of leather, like a saddle. Or my purse. I have a really nice purse that I love that smells just like a saddle. And he shows sitting in the street with a group of kids, and they're doing like jacks. They're playing like jacks. So he was really good at it. He's like, I don't know how to play jacks. I have no idea how to play jack. Knickers. Yeah. Hi, Tracy Tate. And so he's dropping stuff and picking stuff up, and that's all the only movement I know about jacks. I don't know anything else about it. And he's playing with these other kids. Now, this is a so seemingly innocent type of thing, but I don't believe he was supposed to be there. I don't think he was supposed to be there. I think he was supposed to be in some sort of lesson. I think he was supposed to be, and it actually feels like he should have been inside playing an instrument, like a piano, or it actually feels like a piano. But it doesn't sound like a piano. It's much tonier, much higher pitched. I understand. Thank you. So when I get these, when I first started, this is about the speed at which they're feeding me information. What I give you is how they're feeding it to me. So I get a little piece here, a little look there, a little, feeling there. And as soon as he picks up this last piece and he starts going to his house, I feel him cough. Okay. Like a harpsichord, very much like a harpsichord, Melissa Goins. Anybody know what a, shoot, never mind. There's another, but very much like a harpsichord. As soon as he picks his toys up and he goes to walk in the house, he has a cough. Now, what this means to me is they're talking about him not having supposed to have been outside. He was outside doing something he was absolutely was forbidden to do. Was not supposed to do this. Child was not listening. Child broke the rules. And like I said, I'm sorry. Like I said, that this was a short life. That he actually caught something while playing with these children. He was way too close to these kids. Something was going around. He really should have listened. And the feeling I get for this is it's like there was an outbreak, and I keep hearing like yellow fever. I don't know anything about yellow fever. Does anybody know when yellow fever come out? Because I have no idea. And I keep hearing yellow fever over in this ear over here. And I also have to tell you, Joe Megan, I also have to tell you that the person that was your parent in that lifetime is also in your lifetime now, currently. They're in your lifetime currently. And sometimes you have a hard time living up to their opinions or their opinion of who they think you should be, right? Because in this particular lifetime, they're just so angry. They're so angry that you didn't listen because you come in and you probably didn't cough on your way in. That's just symbolically saying you were outside, you were doing what you weren't supposed to be doing. You come in the house and now you're sick. Okay. I know nothing about yellow fever, but I keep hearing yellow fever. And my chest hurts. Yellow fever was yearly in some places. I have no idea. But my chest hurts, and I feel like there's a huge cough that goes with this. Huge cough that goes, like the kind that gives you stars in your eyes when you're coughing. Yeah, and I'm like, here, maybe live longer. And I have Ezekiel go, no, didn't live longer. 6 weeks tops on the top of this. Something about the child got very sick, and then they developed some complications. They maybe pneumonia off of that, because they keep going back to the lungs, and I keep going back to they're just one thing happened after another. And I have to tell you that the lifetimes that followed after this were not necessarily. You're a very good soul at teaching this some other souls lessons. So when you come into some people's lives, sometimes you're the one that kind of pushes back a little bit and teaches other people that you are going to have your own opinion, and that you're trying to do this give and take thing. And in that particular lifetime, you were trying to help somebody understand what grief was, and you did a really good job at it. It's kind of like you're going on the other side. You're like, one for me, one for me. So why we do past lives is because in this particular lifetime, what is the lesson you're going to get from hearing about this particular lesson? And they're talking about the compromise that can be had with indecisions at times. So sometimes when someone says, I don't want you to do this, or I don't like you to wear that, or I don't like you to do that, look like that, or whatever, the compromise that can be made within loving family units to bring everybody a little bit of peace is kind of what they're talking about. Because sometimes somebody's giving us advice and we may not care for it, but they might have pearls in there. And sometimes it's okay to listen to other people's advice. You don't have to push back all the time. Even if it's somebody that just grinds your gears. If they're just as annoying as all get out. Yellow fever, common in Africa, carried by mosquitoes. Was it in the United States? Has it been in the United States, though? From 1793 to 1905. Beth, was that America? United States? I'm not, see, here's the thing. I'm not 100%, and I don't actually believe that this was United States. Has it been in Europe? No. Boston. Because I'm sitting here. I'm here fishing for this, right? I'm asking questions. I'm having to ask questions. So I'm like, okay, this side of the pond or that side of the pond, and I give them visualization. And they gave me tea. I know this is such a weird way to do this, right? They give me massive amount of tea, lots of tea. So to me, this is Boston. They're talking about Boston. That's how I put things together. But this would have been somebody that had money. Would have been a family that had money. And they're showing cobblestone streets, like cobblestone streets. Interesting. I hope that's helpful. It's just a short past life, but they're talking about the Tea Party. That's how they give me Boston. When they give me tea, and I'm looking for a location, that's Boston. It's just one of those little puzzle pieces. It's kind of weird, right? Okay. What else? Outbreaks in Boston and Charleston. Okay. Yeah. It was just they're very specific on that, which is very unusual for me, for them to be so specific and say, I hope that helps. I hope it makes sense to you. If it doesn't make sense to you right now, don't worry about it. It all falls into place eventually. But it is, I know his name started with an S, and I almost want to say Samuel. Because I was going to say Stanley, and they're like, no. And they start toning out Samuel. And the other thing I need you to know and understand is that you're really well followed by Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael walks pretty close to you. And he gives you physical representation that he's around. So if you ever notice that you get like a brush on the face, or his tell for me is he brushes my bottom lip. It's like I'll feel like a tingling in my bottom lip. But Archangel Michael walks really, really close to you. And he nudges you quite a bit. Interesting. Awesome. I hope that's helpful. Okay. Moving on. So I do have to do my things, and I have to talk about the cruise. Right? And I'll leave this up here for a bit. So the My Mystical Life family, anybody that can attend, is awesome, right? We'll be cruising this year instead of gathering anyplace else. We'll be cruising out of Galveston, Texas, December 8th. And we'll be cruising out with Spirit Heart Cruises. And I get to do 3 presentations on the cruise. I'm the featured speaker on the cruise. So we get to do that. That's going to be a really good time, in addition to going to two different sets of Mayan ruins. So that is going to be a blast. I can't wait. I really can't wait. In addition to that, we have, I don't know how many cities we'll be speaking in between now and then. It's going to be Tampa, Schaumburg, Chicago, Denver, Colorado, Raleigh, Durham, Raleigh, North Carolina, Cincinnati, Ohio, and Columbus, Ohio. And we have all those dates on the webpage as a pinned post on My Mystical Life if you'd like to see what dates we're going to be in there. So we're out talking about the My Mystical Life membership, all the incredible people that are Las Vegas. Girl, I would love to do Las Vegas. We're seeing how this year goes. And then if this year goes really well, then we're going to be extending out west as well. Yeah. So we're checking to see how this year actually pans out. And we're really, really excited. Last 2 expos we did, I've done 3 different lectures at them, and there was standing room only because people want to know, right? People want to know what their clairs are and how to go about using them and how to get them into their toolbox to be able to use on a daily basis. So I think they were kind of shocked when they would come by, the coordinators would come by. And when you put the name of your lecture, Discover Your Psychic Skill, people show up. So we have, an hour's worth of going over that. And, we're always having fun because people come by to see why we're laughing. So, because we bring in the joy, damn it. All right. So that's what we do. Justice made me do it. We teach people how to be exceptional, how they are exceptional. We don't teach them how to be exceptional. They already are. But this is right here. This is what we do. We have over 300 recorded classes in the membership already, and 15 new classes recorded each month on a Zoom. So everybody can get on and hit and chat and have a good time. Giveaways, all sorts of stuff. Cam Bennett, and I haven't got an email back from Cam Bennett yet. She won last month's giveaway, so I'm hoping she gets back to me so that we can ship it off to her. Anyhow, off we go. Moving on. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Let's see who's here. We'll do another past life reading. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. I would love to do Vegas. I really would. It'd be fun. Do you guys have a big psychic expo in Vegas? Can I get a whoop whoop? Can I get a witness? I'm gonna go with. You don't? I'll have to look into it. Can I get a witness? That's crazy for Vegas. You guys should have a great big one. Courtney Robertson. Let's see where we're going with this. All I know is the very first thing, I looked at your name and I started to smell things. So let's see where this is going. I don't know what that is. Hold on. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, I'm just going to talk this out because that's how we have to do it sometimes, right? I smell something sweet. And at first, you have a crazy sense of smell. I have a crazy hearing. I can hear a gnat fart. It's great. Scares my husband to death. They had a huge one recently this year at Luxor. Let's see. We'll have to look into that. So this smells incredibly sweet. I thought it was like a bakery. I thought it was something like baked goods. And as I tried to step into that, they started to show me more like mechanical kinds of things where something's very sweet and it's used in the process of, oh my gosh, what is that? Is it typesetting? I don't know that the ink would smell sweet. There's a lot of machinery around. And I have to tell you, hi, Marjorie, Child of Light. How are you this evening? I have to tell you that I feel that it's poisonous. I feel that whatever causes the smell, that's why I come away from the bakery. Because they're like, nope. Whatever's causing this very sweet smell within the mechanical setting that it's in. I also have to tell you, this is a female past life. And there's gears, and they're talking about whatever the smell of that that sweet smell is poisonous. And it was common to put her hands in it. Like, they put their hands in it and molded things. They made things, and it was poisonous. But they didn't know it was poisonous. They're just like working, molding things together. That's it was like a doughy kind of stuff that they kind of. Why does it feel like an explosive type of thing? And there's dust in the air, and they're breathing in dust. Trying to figure out what this is. It'll drive me insane until I figure this out. So it was a larger piece of something, and they would break pieces of it off, and they were molding it into stuff. They would wet it down and mold it into stuff. Why am I getting a headache? Not a headache. It made me feel really dizzy really quickly. Okay, so let me see. I know that this lady, it's a lady, and she wears a dust rag on her hair. This is over in Europe. This is a very recent past life. And I mean, by very recent, I'm talking like between like 1880s and 1905. It's the weirdest time frame, but that's kind of like, this is what we're doing. We're making these things and they glow. They make light. Oh my God, what is this? Does anybody have any clues as to what I'm talking about? I mean, I'm sitting here talking it out, trying to figure out what the hell it is. It's like iridescent, or it glows, and it's something. Oh my God, I got it. I figured it out. They're clock mechanisms. It's phosphorus. They're clock mechanisms. Clock mechanisms. Look at me. I was saying, oh, there's so many gears. There's so many gears. Stop it. Now I want to do research on it. But they're talking about, they worked with their hands with it. They like, and it's just in the air. I don't know why they would have been working it in their hands. I have no idea. I know nothing about this, but they show, as soon as I was starting to do this, they showed me a clock face. And I've read about this before. I know I've read about it. It's been a long time, but they gave me a full clock face with glowing letters or glowing numbers on it. So I don't even remember who I was reading for now because I've been so wrapped up. This is for Courtney. Okay. I want to do this, and I want my hair to fall out. I don't want my hair to fall out, but I feel like brushing my hair. I absolutely know this was deadly stuff. This was deadly stuff. Oh, okay, great. I want to talk about your determination in this lifetime. So I'm like, why is this an important lifetime? I mean, this is a really recent lifetime. That's like really recent. We get hundreds and thousands of years in the past. So for this, they used to encourage the girls to have fun with it to prove that it was sage radium. Really? Great, right? And if I'm not mistaken, weren't they called the Radium Girls? Weren't they called the Radium Girls? If this is what I'm thinking of. They had a lot of health issues. All I know, as I'm digging into this, I'm asking for information. I get clumps of hair and I get gaps in teeth. I get bleeding. Yes, in the US, they painted with it. Okay. The Radium Girls. I remember reading something about this a long time ago. Okay. So I want to talk about, why do we do this, right? We do this. Good evening. We do this because we want to know what the lesson is behind them. It killed all of them. And they talk about your determination in that life to help be providing. They would lick the paintbrushes, which would get it into their bodies. Okay. But they're talking about your determination in that particular lifetime to provide, to be okay. You had options in that lifetime. As women do, they have options sometimes because I don't think that this was a lifetime where you were not attractive. I think that you were very attractive in this particular lifetime. And you had choices to make, and you choose you choose to not use English. You chose to take this type of a job versus a job where you could have just prostituted. I think that both of those were, I'm sorry, I'm just going to talk real plain here. I've already struggled trying to figure out what the heck this job was. So you could have been a prostitute, which was the easy way to make money, or not really, or you could have done this, right? Hey. But you chose to do it this other way because you're like, this is a good job. This is an upstanding, I can hold my head up. I've gone out and I have taken on the hard work, and I'm moving forward, and I'm going to be this quality individual that my children can look up to. There were children, 3 children, 4 children, 1 child passed away, 2 boys and a girl. Okay. It was one of the very few options open to the women at the time. Absolutely. And unfortunately, it turned out the way it did. But in this particular lifetime, you had this resolve that you were going to do things the way you needed to do them so that you could hold your head up and be proud of yourself. And that is exactly what you did. Okay. And they're talking about the correlations between that lifetime and this lifetime. They're saying, hey, pay attention to how strong of character you had. And this is the character you have now. You will always do what you need to do to make things move forward. And I also have to say that one of the lessons behind this particular lifetime is it is also about surprising yourself with some of the things that you're able to do that you didn't think maybe were within your wheelhouse. So they're saying, hey, make sure you're stretching yourself a little bit. Make sure you're stretching out beyond. Hi, Vicki. You're here. I can see you. Make sure, Courtney, you're stretching yourself a little bit beyond what you think you're capable of each time. Take another step, because you're going to surprise yourself in this lifetime. And I have this one guy, and his whole job is when somebody's going to make a good amount of money in their lifetime, he comes forward and he does this money. And I rarely tell people that they're going to have money in their life, because then they're always looking for it around the corner instead of just asking for it to come in and allowing it to come in, right? So just make sure that you are taking an extra step whenever you can, and you're going to find abundance popping into your life. Okay. I hope that's helpful. Okay. Moving on. I have quite a few people asking if there's a list, if they can be put on a list. I will be very honest with you and tell you I don't make lists. I work with my guides, and when I'm scrolling through, and would you stop it? Sorry. Buford has things to say. As I'm scrolling through, so you could get called on at any time. I wait until my guides say that one right there. I'm glad that makes sense to you, Courtney. That's awesome. Okay, so you guys, I don't ever really put this up here, but I will tell you, we have an online crystal sale as well. Online crystal shop. So if you went to mymysticallife.com, you'll find our online store, and we have 20% off bracelets, crystal bracelets, starting tomorrow. So you can go to the store and you can get 20% off all of our crystal bracelets at mymysticallife.com or themysticalmoons.com. Either one works. Online. It's a whole metaphysical store. I love this dog. I swear I do. Would you just lay down like a good dog? I'd appreciate it. There we go. Just lay down. He's not going to do it. Okay. Go and shop it. Yeah, all of our crystal, we have at least 75 different kinds of crystal bracelets. Anyhow, okay. Moving on. All right. Well, Buford is a dog with things on his mind. Isn't he, though? Isn't he though? He has stuff to say. Okay. All right. Let's see. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Let's see who is here and who is next. I have a feeling this next one might be a combination of things. So just bear with me. Not everything's going to be past lives. That's not the way I work. I never really just say, this is the only thing you're getting. Oh my God. The dog wants to go outside. Would you like to go outside? Can I assist you? There you go. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 4 horses. There we go. Found the 4th one. That is equally important to make sure you have all your horses in the row in a fence. Because it's too dark. I don't want to go chasing. Okay. Let's see. Let us see. I'm going with Leslie Williams. Leslie Williams. Oh, okay. So, Leslie, I'm going to ask you a question. Can I ask a kind of a personal question? So I'm not going to ask. Okay. So here's the thing. Sometimes when I'm doing a reading, I get across in somebody's mediumship. Now I know it's a vibration of mediumship, but I get a cherub in their energetic field. So what does a cherub mean in your energetic field? It is an energy that remains in your field that is a human energy, but never made it into manifesting into a human life. So this includes babies that were miscarriaged. This includes babies that never really completed that whole step into human cycle. Doesn't matter how it happened. Could you validate knowing of something like that? And if you can't, I'm just going to tell you that that energy's there. But hi, everybody. Yeah, it's a hard one to run across. That's a hard energy to run across. But I'm going to, if the person's aware, yes, you're aware of that. Okay. I have no idea why comments are disappearing, Meredith. Okay, so you're aware of that. All right. Are you aware of the sex of that child? And if you're not, would you like to be? I haven't had one of these come across in a while just because it's a triplet. It's a hard subject. It's a hard subject. And it's actually when I'm teaching classes, it's one of the things that I will talk to people about how to bring this information across, because it is not something you just want to go, oh, well, I see this, da, 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 da. You want to be able to, first of all, see if the people want to know this information, because not always do they want to know, right? No, and yes, I would like to know. I can tell you that it was a little girl. And she rests really close in your energetic field. Now, this seems wrong, right? Like, why do we have this happen? When we're on the other side and we sign up to be of assistance, yeah, let it be nice. When we sign up to be of assistance to somebody, but we want to be in their energetic field, we want to be a guide, we want to be close to them, but we don't necessarily need the whole human experience, they might sign up to come in and be this type of a guide. And if you've ever had a miscarriage, you guys, it's a touchy subject. It's a hard subject for a lot of people. So I just know that it's a little girl and that she signed up to be a guide for you in this lifetime. And she will be here for the whole duration. She's here for your whole entire life. And I also have to say, if you didn't, obviously you didn't know male or female, you could actually name this energy, and they do appreciate that. And the reason they appreciate it, because it makes it easier for you to talk to them. Isn't that amazing? Right? It makes it easier for you to talk to them. That's the only reason they really like having a name. It's because it's like I have a cherub myself, and her name is Michelle. And it makes it easier for me to say, oh, Michelle, I could use a little bit of boost today. Bring me some joy, because that's what they're going to do. They're going to bring you a lot of joy. And then you can kind of interact with them a little bit more. And it helps us feel a little bit more connected, because they are part of our soul family. It's just a part of the soul family that decided, I don't need the full experience. But boy, do I want to be there for you. So just know that that angel has is definitely sitting in your energetic field. My hair is just like, okay. Ow, don't do that. Don't shake your head, Lisa. Okay. Also, I want to say that with this particular energy comes the smell of flowers or very sweet. A lot of people smell angels, but this particular scent will definitely be a tie to that particular guide. So if you ever have that overly sweet scent of flowers or something like that, just know that that is actually a tie towards that particular energy. And that's just them saying, hey, I'm here. If you need me, call upon me, all of that. And there's more on that, but I'm not going to go all the way down into it because there's like physical tells, like you can probably feel a brush on your face every once in a while, things like that. Hi everybody, we have so many streams. Dana, thank you. We have so many streams coming in here that I have a very fast stream that goes over here. I really appreciate everybody being on. Make sure that you are maybe possibly sharing to a group, or make sure you follow the YouTube or like the page. When I get on, this is my fun time. This is my downtime. This is I do free reading time. So it's really wonderful blessing to meet all of you. And I hope you're having a great day. And Buford wants back in because that is my job. Not really, I have a lot to talk, but this is the job that I'm doing right now. Okay, Barky McBark Bark. There you go. Here, well, how about I help you into the other room? Here. On the other one. There you go. Bye. Okay. I can see why he's irritated now. His bowl is almost empty. I hope that helps, Leslie, but I'm not done with you. Hold on. Nope, start. Okay. Dog mom is a job. It is a job. Absolutely. Nope. Okay, this deck right here. Okay, this deck. Ta-da. I think I like that size better. Okay. Sending you love and light as well. Justice made me do it. Absolutely. So Leslie, I want to talk about you holding too many things into your energetic field, not letting things go, not having flow. There's some things you're missing flow on. I'm not saying it's everything in life. I'm saying that there's just a couple little things in life that are stuck in your heart chakra. They're actually, she's like, leave me alone. I'm overwhelmed now. I'm so sorry. It's time to start letting some old hurts go. I'm supposed to tell you you're not 13 anymore. I don't know. That's what they're like. Let some things go. It's time to release some energies that just do not serve you anymore. Absolutely. I'm going to move on from there, okay? We're going to move on. Hey, make sure you like the page, you guys. You never know what's going to happen here. You never know. I do too. Vicky's like, I love the way our pets train us. Absolutely do. Aren't they adorable? They're so fun. Yeah, I do. Okay. Moving on. Can I have a whoop whoop in the room? Let's see who is here. Everybody take a nice deep breath and kind of like shake your energy off because, ooh. It is 75 degrees here. That is wonderful. It's been like the 7th depth of hell for the last 2 weeks. 104. I like it. Okay. Let's see. I'm going with shake, shake, shake. It's 75 or 95 in Missouri. It's ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, it's very sticky. I'm going with Crystal, aka Beaver Gaming. Sup, Crystal. 110. Where are you? The 7th depth of hell. No. Arizona, Please tell me that's Arizona and not eking its way this way. You're moving on Wednesday, hoping for a rainy day. It's in the hundreds. Oh, Vicky. Oh, your house was so cute. 101. Well, I will tell you, this is the first time we've had a break, and I'm really excited to have a break. Okay, Crystal. What you up to? Looking for my tarot cards. Baby here can't deal with 78. Cathedral. Oh, Palm Springs. Oh, yeah, you're out there. Okay. Out there in the, yeah, it's warm there. Okay. Some of your guys' names are great. Thank you, T. Lynn. We do have some interesting conversations. You have no idea. This is a very, very calm evening. It's a very calm evening. I was thinking about pulling out some Karen cards, but I have to wait and see, because you have to have a PG-13 audience to have some Karen cards. So I have to do that disclaimer, because they're and Vicky McHale on here, she does human design within the membership. She is amazing. She does your unique design. If you want to throw your link up there, Vicky, that'd be awesome. Yeah, but it's a dry heat. But she does the Karen cards, and I actually need to see if she can get some more printed up so that I can take them to shows. Okay. Crystal, I'm pulling out the tarot cards. Now, when I pull out the tarot cards, it's because I don't like them upside down. It's because my guides have said, this person needs to know something. So good luck, everybody. So the first... I'm telling you, guys, it's hot outside. What the hell? The first card that I have here, so this particular layout is a little bit all over the place. It's talking about maybe you not being the person that is as give and take as somebody else thinks you should be. That's the key there. You're not as give and take as somebody else thinks you should be. Somebody else thinks that you should be giving them more, being just being the person that just dishes. I think you give a little too much of yourself away anyways, and you do it carefree. You don't think a whole lot about it, and you're just like here. And this goes to ideas as well. This goes to some of the thoughts. So I think this might be something that you would pay attention to at work. When you say, this is a really good idea, and someone takes that idea and they run to the boss and they say, this is a really good idea, and that freaking person gets a promotion. So pay attention to stuff like that. But I feel like it could be something that can create some anxiety for you. Make sure you're just not, because it almost feels like not living up to somebody else's expectations. And the only person's expectations you need to live up to are your own. This is let's see, who was this? Crystal, aka Beaver Gaming Sub Crystal. So make sure that you're the only one that has to be satisfied with what you have. You don't have to give everything that you have away to somebody else just to be a people pleaser for them. Okay? You don't need to do that. Let's see what this card says. You guys are all on the summer heat. The summer heat is crazy this year, isn't it? It is absolutely insane. Insane in the membrane. This is the card. Okay. And I feel like this may actually have something to do with somebody in your life that's just this you were kidnapped on YouTube. Oh God. I love it though. Can we even call it a summer heat? No, we can't, Meredith. So I feel like this person could be a male figure in your life that wants you to live up to their expectations of who they think you are. And you don't have to. And your soul is really good at going, Cypress Hill in the house. Oh, your soul likes to push against constriction. It doesn't like to be put in a box, actually. So it wants to do its own thing. It says, I'm actually, ooh, that's interesting. So your soul actually likes being in a male energy. It likes male lives because it pushes back against that. Interesting. I like it. One more. Okay. Because the only person you need to find balance for is yourself. Keep that in mind. The only person you have to find balance for is yourself. So hopefully that helps. Okay. I like that. I'm glad your grandson is concerned about you being kidnapped on YouTube. I'm serious. There's some weirdos. Different vibrations. How's that? Okay. If I could get a whoop whoop in the house, let's move on. Moving on. Can I get a whoop whoop? This is how we choose who's next. I hope. Oh, good. I'm glad that's good. Dana, I want to say, is there, if you're having a moment where you're not able to mentally move forward as much as you would like to be able to be moving forward, I feel like kind of a little bit of your passion's been snatched out from underneath you. This is a theme tonight. Obviously, this is the theme tonight. Bringing that emotion in for yourself rather than trying to be everything for everybody. Once again, and here's the thing. I know Dana a little bit, here online, and I've never met her in person, not had that privilege, but I can tell you right now that Dana gives too much of herself. She gives a lot of herself. And it's just go, 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 go. Make sure you understand that when you go too much, the body tells you when to slow down, doesn't it? So don't hit that brick wall is what they're saying. Don't hit the brick wall. I just had that come across for you as like I saw your name first. I was like, oh, yep, that's her. Okay, moving on. Let's see. You had to fight for your child this week. Don't get sick. We're not putting that on our energy, right? But just make sure your body listen to your body. Don't get. I hope you didn't go to jail. Oh, I hope you didn't go to jail. Okay. We're going to go with Rain Cloud R. Rain Cloud R. Love the energy that comes off of your profile picture. Mind you, everybody, I see a profile picture this big. It's so tiny. But what I want to say, Rain Cloud, is I don't know what you do for a living, but I wouldn't be surprised if you worked intuitively, if you were a Reiki Master or a Shaman or somebody that worked on both sides a little bit. You're definitely clairaudient. That's the first thing they give me is it was a great conversation. Spoke with the deputy superintendent. That's awesome. That's awesome. You are an advocate, man. You are always a strong sounding parent. Son, you're just always there for your kids. It's amazing. But Rain Cloud, you're very words are hard. Definitely clairaudient. So make sure you're paying attention to whether you're hearing it here or you're having internal dialogue or it's a sensation of a word or a conversation. Be paying attention to that because your guides are trying to bring you information. Rain Cloud, do you work intuitively? Because you could be so easily working intuitively. They also give me the mediumship buzzer over here for mediumship as well. I don't know that you listen to your own advice as much as I brain to mouth interference. Let me tell you, my husband would disagree. But I really feel like Rain Cloud, I really feel like you could be quite proficient at bringing messages from clairaudience out, vocalizing them, giving readings or whatever, but also working mediumistically. They really do give me that medium sound. You have a couple clairs going for you. The other one I get is Claire Aliens. It's a lesser Claire, but it's still very valuable Claire. We usually get this one, and a lot of people do. Billy Ann! A lot of people do this one when they are working with spirit, and they'll smell something. They'll smell grandma's cooking or grandpa's pipe, or when we're in the car, we'll smell Sam's stepdad's cigarette. So things like that, but also the overly sweet smell of flowers as angels. So like, pay attention to these things. These are all tied together, and your guides are trying to help you figure out how to put the puzzle pieces together. I hope that's helpful. We have a lot of new people on YouTube. Really love seeing you guys on YouTube. That is amazing. Make sure you guys subscribe so you know when we're online. I'm going to move on to Mayhem and Miracles. And I know that I'm getting a past life for you right out the gate, and I'm trying to piece it together. So give me a moment. What in the world is that? So you're a really old soul. Okay. Calm down. So I want to go to Egypt. Thank you very much, Rain Cloud. You have such a great energy. It's very fun. It's a lot of fun, and you have to be fun to be here. Okay. Mayhem and Miracles. I want to talk about Old Soul. I want to talk about Egypt. And the reason I'm going to Egypt is they're showing me, how about the relative that always wanted you to pull their finger? Heaven forbid you got that one through smell. Right? Right? Okay. I have no idea what sand in Egypt feels like, you guys. None. I've never been to Egypt, but they're giving me this feeling. They're giving this feeling of very gritty sand. And my guys go, that's Egypt sand. And here's me. What? They're like, that's sand from Egypt. I can feel it. It's so ridiculous. There's sometimes you just sit back and go, what the hell? But no, they absolutely did. They were just showing me that this is the sand, the feeling of the sand from Egypt. And they talk about, oh my God, I got it. Thank you. It took me a minute. Epiphany. They're talking because I'm trying to figure out why this person was brushing sand off of and dirt off of stuff. This person is a male energy. He's not very tall. I don't know why that's important. But he's not very tall. He's worked pretty hard. But he's not a slave. He's working hard to complete stuff. And at first I'm like, what the hell is he doing? Because I know as he's brushing stuff off of this stone under his hands, that there's stuff there. There's symbols there. He is carving hieroglyphs. He's carving hieroglyphs. He is somebody that was a worker that cut the symbols into the stone. How cool is that? Better not make a typo. We're like, it didn't have whiteout. So what are they gonna do? Who uses whiteout anymore anyways? This is interesting. So Diana Bradley. This is interesting because this particular, who am I reading for at this point? Oh, Miracles and Mayhem and Miracles. I know that there's a change going on. There's something going on. They're talking about there is a change of dynasties going on, or a change of leadership. something has happened that they're having to expand on what's already been written. And this particular person is, it's almost like they're talking about the birth of somebody. They're talking about the emergence of a new dynasty. Lots of gold being laid into jewelry. They're creating jewelry with this new name on it. And I heard the word Thoth. So I know that that's somebody that is within that, energy. Okay, I'm gonna talk through this, and I don't know how much of this is going to be channeling and how much this is going to be just me picking up past lives, but they're talking about a god. I have no flippant idea. I'm just giving you what they're giving me as visualizations. We're talking about a god, and I'm not an Egyptologist, guys, so please be kind. And this person has a curved face, and this god is pulling somebody from the reeds, and I feel like they're pulling somebody from the reeds and they're raising them, and they're creating a family. God, I don't know what the hell this is, but it doesn't feel, oh God, it doesn't feel like a human child. It feels like a blessing. Oh my gosh, we could go so deep down this rabbit hole with channeling. Oh my gosh, we could go so deep down here. Like a blessing from the stars. They considered this person a blessing from the stars. That's it. Okay, they considered this person a blessing from the stars. Where's Angela? And there was another person, a figurehead that was carved in that was raising this. So there's two energies that would be like the parents of this child that was a gift from the stars, and he grew up to be a very, very strong individual within the within Egypt, within this dynasty. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Oh, he was a seer, or he saw things. My third eye is like, it feels like a hot poker. And then they show him being kind to this person, being kind to the people and handing out food and being very generous and being somebody that helped lift Egypt up. And they were living very prosperously. Everybody lifted up and worked together. There was a lot of energy involved in this particular time frame of positivity. And they keep pointing up to the stars. They're like, the gods brought so many wonderful things down. These names are talked about. I don't know. And then there's an alligator head and a bull. What the hell? I know nothing about this. And this is a lineup of gods that's being typed out or carved out. And that's the dynasty that this person lived in. Sorry, it's a lot of light. Do I have a troll? Oh, hold on. I have my eyes closed too long and my light's right there. Let's see. Is Angela still here? New pharaoh. I believe it was a new pharaoh. It was definitely a new pharaoh. If it would have been a gift from the gods, a gift from the stars, it would have been a new pharaoh. It would have been a new pharaoh. I do know that much. Horus. Those was around. Those was Metatron, right? I think I've ever seen a picture with a lot of that symbology. Is there an alligator god? Is there an alligator head god? Anyways, so where we're at on this, the ancient Egyptians considered Sobek to be a god of crocodiles, as they were regarded as symbols of power, protection, and strength. Thank you, Justice made me do it. Because it's a crocodile head alligator head on a person. So these are things that are carved in. This is what this person's doing. He's talking about the birth, I would assume, of this particular pharaoh that rose up to be a very powerful pharaoh and very favored pharaoh. He was very kind. He did lots of wonderful things for the people. He kept the people were fed, they were happy, and they were a thriving community. And that was the time that this gentleman was working in. Now, why is this an important thing? Well, first of all, it gives us location. It gives us his time frame, and that this is something that he did as a profession. Now, I have to say, let's move into what his thoughts on this. All of this was. He actually was pretty proud when he's moving the dust off of things that he's carved. He's like, that looks really good. How amazing is it that that person didn't realize that all this time later, people decipher what they carved into the stone? Isn't that amazing? I mean, that's just truly cool. Now, I also have to say, I feel like I have to back up a little bit here. I don't think all of it was carved. I feel like some of it was wet and imprinted. And because that's what this person's showing me. He's showing me that's not all we did. We would take wet stone and we would push things into it and imprint. And it's almost like he's saying we were ahead of our time. We did things that people didn't understand, that there was some things that were happening that, okay, he's talking about Egypt being much more advanced than what people think now. Clay, yeah. Like clay tablets, written on papyrus or clay tablets. It was like clay tablets. Yeah. But I mean, they could have left, a dictionary or something so that we could have just done that. It'd been much easier, but whatever. But he talks about it being a privilege to be able to do what he was doing. And the other thing I pick up with that, he's like, it was a privilege to do what I was doing, but he had some lack. Like, I don't think he had everything that he wanted. And I feel like it was actually the loss of a person. I feel like he was feeling the loss of a person in that particular time frame that he's showing me. And he talks about just moving forward, doing his job, almost like some of the jobs today, like people wouldn't care if you were suffering or whatever, you still have to go do your job, right? And he's like, if I had maybe shared or if I had told somebody or whatever, but I just feel like he was a suffer in silence kind of person, and worked himself needlessly, pushed himself too hard, worked himself too much, didn't take care of himself as much as he should have. Sandy Swank, how are you? That makes it too easy for all of us if they left the dictionary, right? Think about all the missed things, the things that we probably are not getting quite right. How are you, Sandy? Julianne says, Lisa, do these past life readings come up most often to heal the life right now? Absolutely. So that's why when I'm doing past lives, if I feel pulled to do past lives, that's why we do them, is because there's something relevant in this lifetime that was happening in that lifetime, and the degree of soul loss. So there's we have mirror work that we do. We call it mirror work or inner child work. What are some of the other words for it? I never can remember. But we're always trying to repair ourselves, right? We're always trying to work on ourselves. Well, here's the thing. We can do that for our past lives as well, because we have soul lost in past lives as we do here. So that's where soul retrieval and shamanism comes into the past lives with the Akashic soul awakenings, where we go in and we pull these fragments back and help integrate them back in. Shadow work. I can never remember the name of that. Thank you, Cam. And Melissa, thank you. I don't know why I can never remember the name, but we will maintain patterns from past lives to current life if we have this degree of soul loss. Now, I don't believe that we should cycle ourselves into beating ourselves to death over and revisiting and revisiting and revisiting and revisiting pain. I think that we should be able to step in, examine it, look at it for what it is, as for a lesson that has been provided for us, and move forward instead of torturing ourselves over shit. So when it comes to shamanism and we step in and we do the soul retrieval, that's what that does, is it reintegrates that piece into there. So that's why we find out, right, Dana? Some people love to go torture themselves over past stuff. Like, oh, but at this age I had this happen. At this age I had this happen. At this age I had this happen. And then they're revolving in that instead of looking at it as a lesson and saying, oh, good, now I'm not going to do that again. Let me love that piece because it's part of me, and move forward. But sometimes people get revolving in that. They forget to let it go and love it, and they just keep going there. I got to heal. I got to heal. 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 I've seen it happen a lot. A lot. I'm sure a lot of people have. The group of artisans included sculptors, builders, carpenters, jewelers. Oh, there was jewelry there too, wasn't there? Metal workers and leather workers. Most artisans in Europe and in Egypt worked in the government or for temples. That would make sense. Absolutely. Because he doesn't feel totally fulfilled. How do we forgive ourselves as a parent? The guilt. Sandy, we forgive ourselves because we know that we've done everything exactly the way we were supposed to learn and from the lessons that we give, and to have helped somebody else learn lessons so they can move forward as well. It's a very weak explanation, isn't it? Always better, easier said than done. Or they dive into every past life not needed or relevant. Yeah, yes, right? And I've run into this. So I guess if we want to do question and answer time on doing Akashic Records, I can absolutely do that. I've run into this where people go, but I want to know about this lifetime, not this particular one, but they have a date that they have in mind that they want to ask about. I want to know about this specific thing. Well, here's the thing. If it's not relevant to anything right now, why would your guides say, look at this? So they're going to bring forward what you need to know now. That's what they're going to do. Because when you walk into your halls, yeah, they're your halls, but you're still walking through there being given the information. Okay. So I have very, very rarely had walked in and said, I want information between this time frame and this time frame. And they go, oh yeah, that's the perfect lesson for them right now. And why is that? It's because it's what you want to know, but not what you need to know. Right. I'm not sure what you call what you did for me. It is definitely some healing for me. I often wondered about the situation. Now I think I can actually work on more healing through the situation. You're so welcome, Leslie. I understand it's a painful situation, right? And this is something, and I'm just gonna say this because obviously somebody needs to hear this. The same exact thing happens when a fetus is, or a baby is aborted as well. When that child signed the contract to come into this life, knowing that they would not make it into this life, that is also part of the lesson of that medical procedure. That is a lesson like this, right? The baby says that soul says, I know I'm not going to make it in, but boy, are you going to learn a lesson. And then the human says, I'm going to learn this lesson. And it's going to be how I take it, what I need to know at that time. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed hearing what we're talking about, Courtney. Yes. T. Lynn says, want to move on past the crud and get on with life. Diana says, I sometimes think about my parenting of it being good or bad, but then I slap my own ass and move forward and go, damn, I'm good. Oh, God. And those are the people I will never read for ever. Free will and choice. Absolutely. I have had people that get very upset with me because I will say, I'm not giving into what your demands are for your date. Your guides know so much better than we do, you guys. They seriously do. So when you go to the intuitive and you say, but I would need this date and this date, I need to know. I will always tell that person, I'm going to give you what you're, and this is how I start my readings. Hi, have we met? Have we not met? Great, whatever. Because I do read, other than on this, I do have a channel or a webpage, and I will tell people, I'm going to give you everything that your guides want you to know. It can go everywhere from past lives, animal totems, and to mediumship. I don't care what it is. If your guides want you to know it, I'm going to give you the information, but I can't be dictated, because then you say, this is what I want. And your guides are going to be like, humans. Roll the windows up. It's the humans. No, I'm sorry. Okay. Let's see. I tried to heal this lifetime and it took me to my past lifetimes. I was led by spirit. It's the best way to go, right, Julie? I think about what life is connected to this one and how they are connected. You're such a starseed, Melissa Goins. You've got so many things going on. You've got live wires all over the place. Absolutely. And there's Chris from Ghost Squad Scotland, you guys, just popping in to say hi. Why are you still awake? And see you all soon. It's late for you. It's 3 a.m. Good grief. Yes, agreements on both sides. Yes, Vicky says if you want to make a good laugh, tell him your plans. Yep, absolutely. Do we want to do some caring cards? Because Vicky's still on here. Do we want to do some caring cards? For those of you that know what caring cards are, you're willfully here. For those of you that don't know what caring cards are, please make sure that you are over 13 years of age and you can handle the word fuck. That's all I can say. Chris, is that okay? That's on Chris's channel as well, so I don't want to offend any of Chris's people. Vicky's laughing, but Vicky wrote them. So buckle up, buttercup. Okay. Karen is fabulous. All right. Good night. We're going to say bad words. Just letting you know, Chris. Helmet on. All right. Buckle up, buttercup. Okay. I wish I could take credit for these cards, but I can't because these are Vicky's cards. They are her Karen cards. They are Karen orbiting Uranus. Come on, guys. The planet. Buford is not happy. Here comes Karen. Okay. You guys make sure you like the page or follow so you know when we're online, because we are a hell of a lot of fun. My rework deck has taken out most of the F word. Vicky, are you going all tame on us? What happens? I'm keeping this deck. Okay. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Let's see who we're reading for. Dog is ticked off. Can you hear him in there? Are you going all prim and proper on us, Vicky? I don't know. We need to have a My Mystical Life convention and have Vicky do stand up. So once again, this is our crystal store. All bracelets are 20% off starting at midnight tonight. So I'm not going to tell you we keep a bunch of each type of bracelet. So if you want to get in there and pre-shop and then hit that button later, I don't know if that'll work. I have no idea. But we have like so many peach moonstone, just so many different kinds of really cool, unusual bracelets in there. So that's themysticalmoons.com. And the other thing we have is the My Mystical Life membership. That is our psychic development membership because everybody's a psychic and that's what we teach you. That's what we teach you how to do, right? It is because that is what everybody is capable of. Okay, moving on. Here we go. This is Cat Mama's Do Drop In. Just this is fun. I never know what I'm going to pull. And sometimes I have to read it before I read it. Okay. Because I have to be able to have a straight face. And sometimes it's just not possible. So here we go. Right? Are you ready, Cat Mama? Sweetie. That expulsion of toxic gas from your anus is the next person's lesson. Sit back and delight at how far you've come and quit stalking their social media. Ready or not, that was a tame one. Make sure you're subscribing to Ghost Squad Scotland, you guys. That is Chris's channel, and he is doing free readings in the morning. His morning's a little different than our morning, obviously, because he's in, you guessed it, Scotland. Okay. Gonna have whoop whoop. Let's see who's here. My feed moves so fast. That's why I do that, you guys, because I don't even have any of those on the screen anymore. I lived in Virginia for a little bit. A couple years. Let's see. Ooh, let's go with Justice Made Me Do It. Just a second. Jesus, Vicky, I love you. Okay. Sweetie. Shit. Always remember, when life shoves a lesson up your anus, it's happening for you, not to you. Screw whoever said that. It still sucks dead donkey dicks. Okay. That felt good. Now pity party over. Time to get back on that lame ass. Oh Lord, I do declare. They do a big expo down in Austin that we skipped out on this year because we have so many others going on. Maybe we'll pick that up next year and do that, Vicky. Oh my God. Okay. Next, let's see. This is for Melissa Goins. My dog is pissed. He is not happy in the other room. Okay. She was thinking it was funny. Oh my gosh. Melissa Goins. Okay. Sweetie. Spiritual bypassing is almost as stupid as bleaching your anus. Like you can even believe people do that. And that's not judgment. It's disbelief. You. Oh, okay. Who does that? Yeah, it's hard to find a good card printer. This is for Rachel Kalina. Sweetie. Uranus is telling you to go deeper and deeper. I added that. And deeper. Wouldn't it be hilarious if you found Jimmy Hoffa? I know, Sean, you can't even see it. Oh, you lived in Austin in the early 90s, 6th Street and KLBM. Was a musician with brother who was a DJ. How cool. Oh, cool. Okay. Moving on. Can I get a whoop whoop? Because all those whoops are gone. Those whoops are gone. The dog is pissed. It's like, you locked me out. You don't love me anymore, do you? Not right now. Okay. Here we go. Sandy Swink, you need a laugh. Here we go. Oh my God. I saw the first three words on this. Oh my God. Here we go. Sandy, I love you. Okay, hold on. Mm-mm. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. It should be a poop poop. Oh, I'm losing people here, you guys. So, sweetie. Oh, that neglected vagina is not a fucking tracking device for lost keys, shoes, and wallets. It does not require you to cook or clean or to be everything to everybody. These ideas were reformed in Uranus. Free Uranus and reclaim your vagina. Oh gosh, this one's for empty nesting too. I know I'm steadily losing people. They're like, what the hell is going on? I said it was PG-13. Oh my, I do declare. I have a dirty joke in Southern that is just horrible. I was told by this 95-year-old little Southern belle while I was doing her nails. It was so hard to polish her nails after. She shocked the shit out of me. I was like, Miss Showalter, what the hell? Oh God. It was the dirtiest. Well, it wasn't the dirtiest joke I've ever heard, but it's the dirtiest joke I've ever heard by a 95-year-old Southern woman. It's so cute. Oh Lord, I love it. I do declare. Okay, hold on. I forgot. What's that? Empty nesting. Oh my Lord. Okay. Sweetie, I'm steadily losing people. This is for empty nesting. Sweetie. You want to know the joke? I'll tell you the joke in a minute. I'm going to tell that joke online. It's not that bad in the grand scheme of things. Really, it's not. Okay, hold on. Sweetie. An elephant looks at a naked man and wonders, how does he breathe out of that thing? That tiny little thing. I'm so sorry. I missed some words. It's all about perception. Pull your head out of your anus and get some. That tiny little thing. Oh God, I got to remember how that little joke went. God, I have to remember how the joke went. Let me think. Oh, no, I can't do that. I could have done it 20 years ago, but I can't do it nowadays. Now that I think about the joke, there's way too many people that will they will not be well with it. We are in a different world than we were 20 years ago. Yep. Maybe I could tell it. No, I can't tell it. No, I can't tell it. That's why it was so shocking coming out of Miss Showalter's mouth. Okay. All right. This one goes to Trudy Gale. Trudy Gale. Oh, did that one already. Oh my God. What am I going to do it again? Oh my Lord. That's a book. Oh no, that was the purchasing. Thank you for purchasing. Oh, I've never read the card. You can instant message me for the joke. I mean, I have to. Okay, let's see. Oh, who is this for? Trudy Gale. Sweetie. Okay. Sweetie, remember that Uranus reminds us that laughter can be found in the shittiest places. Find your sense of humor. Thank you, Spirit. How did it go? Let me see. Nope, can't do it. I can't do it. Nope. I had to run through the joke in my head. I don't put anything on paper or on the internet that somebody can copy and take out on me later on. I've seen this play out poorly way too many times. Okay, moving on. Okay. Can I have a whoop whoop in the room? A poop poop. Poop. It might be past my bedtime. Oh, Lord. Squirrel. Oh, poop. Diana Bradley gets it. Poop. Okay. Hold on. Okay. You know that there are other readers with incense and a statue of Jesus, channel angels and angels, and yet here we are. Channeling angels. I know. Diana Bradley. Sweetie. Notice the tone. If he or she tells you you're crazy, you just tell them you're crazy, asshole. Stand up for yourself and don't allow anybody to make you feel less. Only you can make you feel less. That's actually a pretty good one. Asshole. Okay. Teresa. Sweetie. Sometimes you can't see Uranus unless you use a mirror. Deep, right? That is pretty deep. It hit me after I said it. Oh. Anyhow, there we go, y'all. There we go. I hope we've all had a laugh this evening. We've learned a little something. It's play some soulful music in the background, something that makes us feel like we've done. Teresa, man, I didn't make the cards, man. You want one? I thought about that, Vicki, and I thought, well, Vicki made them. Would she really want one? Okay. Hold on. Let's do Vicki. We're going to roast Vicki with her own cards. Okay. Oh, I like this one. Sweetie. When Uranus hurts, take some aspirin. When your heart hurts, do some spiritual bypassing and buy some more freaking crystals. They were 40% off last night on the Mystical Moons. I'm just kidding. This sarcasm does. Just kidding. This is sarcasm. Do the work. I think Vicki does the work. Vicki is also one of our teachers, you guys. She teaches human design on the membership, the My Mystical Life Psychic Development membership. Her class is always interesting. I try. Fuck you, Karen. I don't usually attend classes unless I'm teaching a class. But I do go in and I edit all the classes afterwards. So I do get to watch them. So always an interesting class she has going on. All right, everybody, with that, I have to go take care of the dog because the dog needs something. And I suppose I should go do that. So I hope you guys learned something, had a chuckle, lifted your spirits or something this evening. It certainly did mine. So I appreciate you guys spending time here because it does me just as good as it hopefully does you. So everybody, find light, find love, find joy, feel divine because you are. And if Mr. Fry were here, he would say, may the light be with you always. And I will talk to you guys later. All right. Night, guys.